Good morning, Unity San Antonio. How's everyone doing this morning? Good morning, good morning. It's wonderful to see all your faces here this morning. Thank you for joining us. Let's sing together.
Make a difference, let's stand together. Share your gifts with the world that's waiting for a change that we're all creating. It's the moment for our greatness, let's stand together now. Right now. Every day's a chance you can do something amazing today. new directions, explode to your heights in your mind. Will you rise up with you today? Lift up your voice and boldly say, we are the ones we've been waiting for. Live the dream of the highest calling, be the hope of a new day dawning. We're the ones who can make a difference. Let's stand together. Share your gifts with the world that's waiting for a change that we're all creating. It's the moment for our greatness. Let's stand together now. Right now. One dream, one voice, one heart, one world. One dream, one voice, one heart, one world. One dream, one voice, one heart, one world. Live the dream of the highest calling, be the hope of a new day dawning. We're the ones who can make a difference. Let's stand together. Share your gifts with the world that's waiting for a change that we're all creating. It's the moment for our greatness. Let's stand together now. Live the dream of your highest calling, be the hope of a new day dawning. We're the ones who can make a difference. Let's stand together. Share your gifts with the world that's waiting for a change that we're all creating. It's the moment for our greatness. Let's stand together now. Everybody, let's stand together. Everybody, let's stand together. Everybody, let's stand together. Let's stand together now. Everybody, let's stand together. Everybody, let's stand together. Everybody, let's stand together. Let's stand together now. Everybody, let's stand together. Everybody, let's stand together. Everybody, let's stand together. Let's stand together now.
Good morning. My name is Tammy Carrillo. I'm the Youth Ministry Director here at Unity of San Antonio. I'd like to invite the kids and the teens to come up and join me, please, if you're willing. Excellent. While they're coming up, I'll tell you what we're going to do if you're new. Every Sunday, we welcome and bless our youth with a youth candle lighting ritual. We open with a call and response that allows us to affirm the truth of our youth and for our youth to affirm the truth for themselves. Your words are going to be on the screen, and then the youth will respond by claiming an I am statement. All right, I have a help. Oh, here you go. You want to light it? All right, ready? God is life.
I am life.
God is light.
I am light.
God is joy.
I am joy.
God is love.
I am love.
God is beauty.
I am beauty.
God is peace.
I am peace.
God is power.
I am power.
All these things God is, I am.
All these things God is, I am.
Excellent. All right, thank you so much. All right, next we have our youth and teen blessing. Children and teens, we know who you are. You are the light of God. We love you, we bless you, and we celebrate you, and we see you doing great things. And then we have a family blessing, right? So everybody nice and loud. Ready?
Families, we love you, we bless you, we believe in you, and we thank you. Namaste.
big plans, so many dreams, but life guided me to where I'm truly meant to be. Holding on tightly, but I gotta let go. What's meant for me will never miss me. Oh, my heart already knows. I am right here, living this moment. All the tears I cried, holding on to fear, I release it all. I'm right where I belong.
Good morning, Unity of San Antonio. It is so good to see you. Shall we start our time together with prayer? If you would, and if you're comfortable, just allow your eyes to gently close. And if you would, I invite you to allow my words to be your words. Right here in this moment, I turn inward and remember. There is one power, one life, one presence, one infinite source, one divine intelligence, eternal, ever expanding and always, always expressing. It is the breath behind the breeze, the heartbeat of the universe, the rhythm beneath all becoming, the quickening of life in creation, the quiet unfolding of itself. And this life, this intelligence, this presence is my life, now and always. And this source is not separate from me. It is the truth of who and what I am. I am an expression of that presence. Its wholeness moves through me. Its wisdom lives within me. Its creative genius is active in my very life. And so I trust the spiritual law that governs all life. I lean into this knowing, that which I plant in consciousness, I reap in form. Every step I take matters. Every thought I nurture, every choice I repeat with intention adds its weight to the life I am creating. And so I affirm that my every word, my every action that I take in love, in faith, in joy, plants a seed in the soil of infinite potential and tips the scales of my life toward love, toward health, toward joy, toward freedom, toward a life that reflects the deepest truth of who I am. Gratitude floods my being for the wisdom of small beginnings, for the power of repetition, for the quiet miracle of transformation over time. I trust the law, and I release this word into the universal law, which is always at work, always saying yes. And I know that it is already done. And I let it be so. And so it is.
When I get scared to take a leap, I look back to see how far I've come. I can't face anything. Holding on tightly, but I gotta let go. What's meant for me will never miss me. What my heart already knows. I am right here, living this moment. Oh, all the tears I cried, holding on to fear.
Good morning, everyone. How are you doing today? All right, let's acknowledge our band today. We have Teresa on drums. We have Mike on guitar. We have DK Katakalis on bass. And I don't know what Ricky had today in his coffee, but I'll take some because he's shredding it on piano. Great job, guys. You guys sound great. All right. My name is Sienna, and I'm going to be the celebration host for today. It's a pleasure to see you all smiling back at me. That makes my day. Welcome to Unity of San Antonio. So, we are a loving, inclusive, and spiritual community, and we honor the universal truths in all religions and respect each other's chosen spiritual path. We offer practical tools to help people of all faiths and from all walks of life apply universal spiritual principles so that you might live a happier, more fulfilling life. We believe that each of us are a unique expression of the divine, and we support you in unfolding your spiritual potential to its fullest. Whoever you are and wherever you are on your spiritual path, we welcome you with open arms and hearts. Unity is founded on what we call affirmative prayer. Our prayer chaplains pray from a high consciousness of knowing the truth of you. If you would like a trained prayer chaplain to see a higher possibility for you, please feel free to fill out one of the prayer intention slips that you can find in the seat pocket in front of you and place it in the offering basket later in the service. They are also available to pray with you in person after service today. If you are online, please go to the prayer link on our website and fill out the online prayer request form. All prayers are kept in the highest confidence. If you'd like a prayer chaplain to call you, please leave your phone number on either the paper or the online form. Our prayer chaplains are in service to you this morning, holding a space of high consciousness. Prayer chaplains, if you would, please stand up so that everyone can see you and know who you are. Every Sunday, we like to reacquaint ourselves with why we do what we do by affirming our purpose statement. Please join me in saying this. Through the pursuit of truth in both the seen and unseen, we are a catalyst for fostering a loving and authentic spiritual community rooted in belonging, acceptance, and peace. Great job, everyone. All right. I'd like to invite Becky and Yolo, and followed by Sally and Heather to the platform for special announcements.
Hi, I'm Yolo.
And I'm Becky.
We help bridge the duality of the physical world and the spirit world to help people heal their connection with God so they can spiritually transform and experience more peace, joy, and love in their life.
Each Sunday in August from 1 to 2:30 in the Book Nook, we're offering a 5-week workshop on the 5 principles for bridging duality, a guide for spiritual enlightenment.
On August 3rd, the first Sunday, we will take a deep dive into the principle of love, what it means, what is standing in your way of fully loving, and why love is essential to strengthen your connection to God.
Each Sunday, we'll discuss and learn what healing is, how to step out of ego, and how to deepen and strengthen your connection to God.
So, Yolo, how much does a class like this cost?
It's free. All we're asking for is a love offering. So if you have any questions, reach out to us, and we hope to see you there in the first week in August.
Good morning. More announcements here, but we'll make them quick. So we are beginning our Sangha circles, which in Buddha, the word Sangha means community, and that is what we have here at Unity of San Antonio, and we're going to start building that even more. So basically what that means is either Tuesday or Thursday in a group near you, there is going to be opportunities for you to go and listen or discuss and go deeper on the Sunday talk. So we have 7, 8 hosts already all throughout the San Antonio area, so you can pick one that is closest to you, so you don't have to drive very far. It'll either be a Tuesday or a Thursday, and then it'll be an hour, maybe an hour and a half, depending on what the group decides to do. And there'll be like a light snack or whatever, but just to go deeper on the Sunday talk and be in community and discuss this together. So next week, there will be sign-up sheets in the community hall, which will show you exactly where each host is going to be hosting these Sangha circles. So next week, run, don't walk, run and sign up for one of these Sangha circles because you're going to want to be a part of it. They're just going to be really beautiful, and it gives us a moment to just deepen into that talk that Reverend Nina prepares for us every week. So we will, like I said, we'll have another announcement next week, but get ready to sign up. Thank you.
Hello again. So on Saturday, August 2nd, I know it's up there as well, we are partnering with our friends at Bliss House, who, if you're not familiar with them, they're the group that comes in on the first Wednesday of every month to do our kirtan. But we're partnering with them to do a back-to-school drive and block party. So it'll be from 5 to 8. It's going to be lots of fun. There's going to be crafts and games. There's going to be food, face painting, but we're also going to have a PA system set up, so if anybody wants to read poetry or, sing a song, whatever moves you. But we would love for you to all come out if anybody feels like they want to help with setting up tables or taking down tables or just being here to help receive. It would be wonderful. So please come join us. And I look forward to seeing you all there with paper and pencils and all kinds of stuff. Thanks.
It's the first time the mic was at like the same height. That's great. Well, those all sound really fun. It's really cool that this community really focuses on enriching it, giving more opportunities for us to all connect on multiple levels here outside of this Sunday practice that we have. I hope to see you guys out in the wild. I've seen a couple of you guys, so yeah, these all look really interesting, so thank you all for sharing. So on July 20th at 1 p.m., we also have a Reconnect and Recharge with the powerful benefits of breathwork. Our love offerings are gratefully accepted. The Unity Men's Group's first gathering will be on the July 20th at 12:45 in the Book Nook. The San Antonio Joe Dispenza Meditation Group will meet from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. today, and again on the 27th here in the sanctuary. Recharge your spiritual battery on Wednesday, July 16th at 7 p.m. with the restful sounds of Tibetan singing bowls with Sun Goddess. On July 27th, from around 1 to 3 p.m., somatic educator Linda Hancock will facilitate a somatic intelligence workshop. Through lecture, movement, and mindfulness, this workshop will awaken your mind and reconnect you to the amazing wisdom of your body. The cost of this is $39 and will be payable at the door. Please register online as there are handouts and we'll need to know how many to print out. More information on all happenings as well as event registration are on the events page of our website at unitysa.org. Just double checking. Unity of San Antonio also has lots of regular ongoing events, as you can see on the screen behind me. So to highlight one, A Course in Miracles meets Mondays at 7 p.m. in the Community Cafe. And you could also join virtually via Zoom. Our Course in Miracles group is facilitated by Dutch Berkeley, who began a study with the Course in the 1980s. I did attend virtually one time, and it was really cool to see the perspective of A Course in Miracles. Highly recommend. We do usually have some copies in the Book Nook as well, if you want to take a peek to see what type of structure we're going to be looking at. To learn more about all of our offerings, head to the events page of our website. Registering helps our facilitators know who to expect and helps them to be able to let you know of any unexpected changes. As you came in this morning, you were offered a red, yellow, or green sticker to wear. And this is just a respectful way for us to be mindful of our different boundaries. Green stickers appreciate a hug, yellow prefers a handshake or an elbow bump, and red simply adores a good morning or a namaste. So please check sticker colors and show your love by respecting their choice. Finally, make it a point of saying hello to someone that's new to you, and now feel free to stand and say hello to one another.
pain. We all have sorrow, but if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Please swallow your pride if I have things you need to borrow, for no one can fill those of your needs that you won't let show. Just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you'd understand. We all need somebody to lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. You just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you'll understand. We all need somebody to lean on. If there is a load you have to bear that you can't carry, I'm right up the road. I'll share your load if you just call me. Just call me if you need a friend. Call me if you need a friend. Call me if you need a friend. Call me. Call me.
They're kind of on fire this morning, aren't they? I totally lost my place. Is it my turn? Oh, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Unity of San Antonio. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Reverend Nina Clark, and I am the minister here at Unity of San Antonio. And I like to think of Unity of San Antonio as a divine idea that goes beyond the walls of this building. I think of it as a divine idea that blesses us here today in current attendance, that blesses those people who are on the way to us, and blesses those receptive souls wherever they may be in the world. I think this divine idea is a safe and welcoming place for people of all walks of life to find a community, to learn, to grow, to be inspired. It's a divine idea that offers a safe space to perhaps figure out a next step or to find support. Our community is a link in the cosmic chain, so to speak. What happens within our walls inspires us to go out in the world and be more compassionate, more loving, kinder, and perhaps more courageous. It inspires us to make our difference in the world. And we are a community of intentional welcome. So if you didn't feel that already with the hug-a-thon that just happened, and we fill our calendar with a variety of activities ranging from Sunday celebration services and our once-a-month Wednesday evening services to classes and workshops and small groups and concerts and fun and food. And if any of this would serve any of you in any way, you are 100% welcome to join in. And that goes for those of you online as well. Can we turn around and just wave at that camera underneath the clock and just welcome those of us who are online with us today. And speaking of joining in, Friday night, we had an amazing talent show here. How many of you attended or participated in that? It was amazing. It was amazing. People came and just let their light shine in all kinds of ways. We had comedians, we had a magic show, we had singers, we had musicians. It was fabulous. And I also want to just mention, for those of you online and here, that some days, you're not feeling being in a crowd, and we get that. And so we created the community cafe next door, has a huge live screen TV. Or maybe you've got a small child with you one day and you just kind of want to, or maybe your child's first time is over in the youth program and you want to be a little bit closer. That room is 100% available to you to come on in and watch it from right there. There's a doorbell on both the front door and the back door. Just ring it. We have somebody on duty over there who will come and let you in. And we do that to keep our kids safe over there so that people just can't wander in and out. And you can watch from over there, and then maybe by the time the service is over, you're ready for a little more socializing with a cup of coffee and the rest of your community. So just know that that's available to you there as well. So, my trusty journal. Journal entry 1. I'm so excited. I've been learning about the power of small, consistent actions at Unity of San Antonio from this series based on the book called The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. And I've decided to put my new Slight Edge practices into action. I'm going to record it right here in my trusty journal so that I have accountability to myself. I'm working on my health and my relationships and my finances right now, and my small daily actions to start are to do a 10-minute morning walk, 1 thank you email, eat a healthy breakfast, and read 5 pages of Think and Grow Rich. Day 1, check, 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 and check. I don't notice any change, but I'm proud of myself for having done all 4 steps. Day 3, check, 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 and check. Still no changes in my life, but I give myself a pat on the back for 3 days in a row. Day 5, check, 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 and check. I've got this 5 days under my belt. Still no change in my world, but that's okay. Day 7, check, check, check. I've got this. I didn't sleep well last night, so I was pretty tired, so I hit the snooze button, skipped my walk. But one day won't matter, and besides, I'm really not noticing any changes in my life yet. Day 10. No, day 7, sorry. Nope, day 10. Honestly, I don't think this is making a difference. I'm not feeling any different. I overslept this morning, and so I was running late, so I skipped my walk, and I grabbed a Pop-Tart on the way out the door. Day 11, no entry. Day 12, no entry. Last week, we talked about how doing simple, productive actions repeated over time will move you in the direction of your dreams. And we used the example of a water hyacinth, this cute little plant, just a little tiny single blossom. And even though that plant, that blossom, doubled in size every day, there really wasn't that much to notice in the beginning. 1 plant became 2, became 4. There was also the illustration of a penny doubling every day for 30 days, and that at day 30 it had become $5,368,709.12. But after 10 days, we would only have $5.12. Doesn't seem like very much, does it? And the same is true for our efforts. In the beginning, we're just not going to notice much. We're not going to see any significant results. And those things that seemed so simple to do suddenly don't feel significant enough to keep doing. And this is where many of us toss in the towel. We stop consistently doing these things because while they're easy to do, they're also easy not to do. We don't see any results at first. And each action is so small as to seem insignificant, like it doesn't matter. So how do we keep going? A common answer is willpower. Willpower is defined as the ability to control or restrain yourself and the ability to resist instant gratification in order to achieve long-term goals. Sounds fun, huh? But Jeff Olson disagrees. He writes, for most people, willpower ends up looking and feeling like some sort of grim self-tyranny propped up by an arbitrary, artificial reward and punishment system. And most of us, there is a natural tendency to resist any applied force, even when it's applied by ourselves. Willpower will only take you so far before you find yourself rebelling. Anybody experience that? So how to keep going? Jeff offers 2 keys for not tossing in the towel. And the first is to befriend time. Success is not found in one big decision, but in many small ones made consistently. Time is the amazing force that amplifies those small, mundane, seemingly insignificant actions into exponential change. And this is difficult for most of us because we've built up the habit of expecting things to happen quickly. Does anyone here remember the days of dial-up internet? We thought it was the cat's meow. You could click here, type a little there, hear that weird connecting tone, and then get up, go fix a cup of tea, pop some popcorn, toss the laundry in the washer, and voila, by the time you'd get back, we'd be online. And it took, only 30, 40, 60 seconds for an internet page to load? It was all so speedy. Well, years later, after I'd become accustomed to the speed of cable internet, I had the occasion to use dial-up once more. And it was agonizing. I had become so accustomed to opening up my computer, logging on, and pow, I was online. And so waiting for that dial-up connection to go through, it felt like forever. I mean, so many more seconds than cable. So yeah, it's gotten increasingly more difficult for us to allow for the passage of time to work its magic. We want it all yesterday. But we are having our human experience in this world of form, and things do take time. Think about the effect that dripping water has in the formation of a stalactite. Each drip seems insignificant, but over time, a beautiful, very large icicle-like formation is created, one drop at a time. Or like one of my favorite sayings goes, kidogo, kidogo, hujaza kibaba, which is Swahili for drop by drop the bucket fills. Those first 5 drops, the bucket still looks all but empty. 10 drops barely makes a dent. But add the secret ingredient of time, and those drops become 1,000, become 10,000, and now we're able to see some headway. So the first key is to befriend time. Jeff writes, you supply the actions, the universe will supply the time. The trick is to choose actions that, when multiplied by this universal amplifier, will yield the result that you want. To position your everyday actions so that time works for you and not against you. But we also need to choose the actions that will yield the results that we want. So on the slide behind me is one of those scales, you remember chemistry lab, probably ages ago, that has a tray on each side. And now this is a special scale because it can weigh thoughts and actions. So if we put just one limiting thought or one action that takes us away from our dream on one side of the scale, it's not going to tip much. But if we put all those I can'ts and don't do's repeatedly on that side of the scale, day after day, it will tip down lower and lower because those have more weight. In terms of consciousness, those accumulated thoughts and actions have more energy and will tip the scales, so that's what we will experience in our lives. But now that we understand the importance of small, consistent effort over time, we start adding one small new habit, a thought or action that supports our dream on the other side of the scale. And at first, we won't notice much. But if we do these seemingly small, boring, mundane actions day after day after day, what happens to the scale? It slowly starts to come to balance and then begin to tip the other way. So what happens if we stop after 5 days? There's not enough on the right side of the scale to counterbalance what's on the other side. And even if there was nothing on the left side, 5 days wouldn't be enough to tip the scale. But if we keep going, we get to that point where it seems like the scale has suddenly tipped, and we start to see the results of our daily efforts. And this is also when it can seem like something suddenly happened. We don't see the impact of those small daily actions. And so when the scales tip, it can seem sudden, like we've had this big breakthrough or a quantum leap. And the term quantum leap comes from particle physics. It happens when, yes, I feel like getting you, take your little notepads out. We're now having a science lesson. It happens when a subatomic particle, typically an electron, suddenly jumps to a higher level of energy. But it isn't sudden. It doesn't just happen. It happens because of a gradual buildup of potential applied to that particle over time. In fact, in a recent experiment, it was shown that the process is as gradual as the melting of a snowman in the sun. It takes time. The opera soprano Beverly Sills is quoted as having said, "There are no shortcuts to any place worth going." So don't wait for your big break, because the big break doesn't really exist. What appears to be a sudden breakthrough is really the result of the unseen power of small daily actions over time. Buy a lottery ticket if you feel you must, but also do those small actions that will tip the scales in the direction of the life that you want to lead. And guess what? Science is sitting on the couch with us on this one. You've probably heard the word neuroplasticity. That's our brain's ability to create new neural pathways in response to learning or experience. And it turns out that repetition plays a key role both in the creation of these new neural pathways and in keeping them. Each repetition of an action or a thought strengthens that neural pathway and ensures that it will endure. Thus, habits, in a nutshell, are behaviors that have become automatic through repetition. For example, pushing the snooze button every morning over time, the neural pathways associated with that action got strengthened until we do it every morning out of habit. And trying to break that habit feels like moving through mud until we've created a new neural pathway of getting up when the alarm goes off. Likewise, with a habitual thought such as, "I can't afford," or "Why does this always happen to me?" On the flip side, if we consistently engage in a small positive action or thought, like drinking a glass of water before breakfast, or thinking, I can do this, or I am worthy, the neural pathways associated with that action or thought are gradually strengthened until one morning we reach for that glass of water almost without thinking about it. Or we think that new thought before the old one has a chance to speak up. This is the essence of this slight edge work from a neuroplastic point of view. This gives new meaning to success being not one big decision, but many small ones made consistently. And this gives new meaning to how thoughts create our reality. Not one big thought, but many small thoughts on one side of the scale or the other. And we can apply this to all areas of our lives. Success in creating a new hobby. Commit a short amount of time each day to practice a new hobby like painting, playing an instrument, or knitting. Success in creating healthier habits, integrating small, achievable actions into our daily routines, such as taking a short walk or practicing mindfulness for a few moments, or drinking that glass of water every morning. Success in shifting our habitual thought patterns, reading 10 pages of an inspirational book, 5 minutes a day of gratitude journaling, or visualizing desired outcomes. However, as most of us know from trying to create new habits, it can be difficult to stick with those small daily actions. They're just as easy to do as they are not to do. So circling back to how do we keep doing it? How do we keep doing these mundane, seemingly insignificant daily actions without giving up when we're not seeing the results? And that first key was to befriend time. We need to befriend time and allow it to work for us, but how do we do that? How do we break out of this click and get mindset that we have? And that brings us to Jeff's second key, attitude. For us to get the results we want, we need to do that we want in order to be able to do those small daily right actions, we need the right attitude. And it turns out that the right attitude is happiness. And so right now, with that sentence, you may be tossing in the mental towel. You might be thinking, well, this won't work for me because I'm not feeling so happy right now because my life isn't working the way that I want it. Well, it turns out that happiness is a precursor to the good that we want in our lives. We're not unhappy because our life isn't working right now. Our life isn't working right now because we're not happy. Success doesn't make people happier. Happiness makes people successful. And we're not talking just financial success, but in any endeavor. And happiness is an inside-out job. And this is right in our new thought wheelhouse. So if you're feeling mostly not happy with your life, you've just found your first slight edge actions. And Jeff calls them happy habits. And happy habits don't just make you happier, they also generate the attitude needed to help continue doing slight edge actions. So, what are happy habits? You might be asking yourself right now. So Sean Anker, author of The Happiness Advantages, teaches 5 exercises, and there are many, but he teaches 5 that when done consistently over time will make you measurably happier. Write down 3 new things every day that you're grateful for, and not the same 3 things every day, and why you're grateful for them. And he says the smaller, the better. And write for 2 minutes a day, or write for 2 minutes a day about one positive experience that you've had happen in the past 24 hours. This actually doubles the positive impact of that event. It's like you get to experience it again. Meditate for 2 minutes a day. Even 2 minutes lowers stress and elevates happiness. Get 15 minutes of cardio exercise a day. And number 5, do a conscious act of kindness. Take 2 minutes to send an email or a thank you text every day to someone that you know. Start with just one of these, and then once it's a habit, add in a second and then maybe a third. Remember we talked about the neuroplasticity of our brains? Doing one of these exercises every day for 21 days will create new synapses in your brain, which lead to greater joy and satisfaction, which will lead to making it easier to do other small daily actions, which will lead you in the direction of your dreams. Small thing in that line. When I'm not happy, it's hard for me to do the dishes. But if I'm in a good mood, I can totally do the dishes. Makes me happier once I've done them. Have you always wanted to see the Grand Canyon or the Great Pyramids or some other beautiful place in the world? Choose one small daily habit that will move you in the direction of that dream. You could start by looking for travel deals on websites for 10 minutes a day. Or maybe you could put a little bit of money away each day towards that trip. If it's $1, it's $1. If it's your change at the end of the day, it's your change at the end of the day. But notice, each time you do that, you are a little bit closer to your dream. And if you do it every day, there will come a day when you are standing at the edge of the Grand Canyon, awestruck by its beauty. You're familiar with this quote by William Hutchinson Murray. Concerning all acts of initiative and creation, there is one elementary truth, the ignorance of which kills countless ideas and splendid plans. That the moment one definitely commits oneself, then providence moves too. All sorts of things occur to help one that would never have otherwise occurred. A whole stream of events issues from the decision, raising in one's favor all manner of unforeseen incidents, meetings, and material assistance, which no man could have dreamed would have come his way. But you've got to start with the penny. Start with that drop in the bucket. Start with that single hyacinth flower. But start and don't stop. Because as Jeff Olson writes, the truth is, what you do matters. What you do today matters. And what you do every day matters. Will you join me for a time of reflection? Allow your body to settle back in your chair, or if you're with us online, perhaps your couch, or maybe even the bed or the floor. And allow your body to make itself comfortable in whatever way suits it. And if you're comfortable, gently close your eyes. I invite you to take a deep breath in and slowly exhale. And once more, breathe in and gently release. And let your breath find its own natural rhythm now, like waves on a quiet shore. Effortless, steady, easy. And now in your mind's eye, I invite you to picture a scale like the one on the screen behind me. On one side of the scale are your old habits, the ones that haven't served you. Not because you're flawed, but because they were built for a different time. Perhaps even born from survival or a desire for comfort. They are easy to fall into and just as easy to stay in. And now gently shift your attention to the other side of the scale. This is where your intention lives, your dreams, your vision, your heart's desire for something greater, more fulfilling, more whole, more free. And now imagine placing a single drop on that side of the scale, just one drop. One simple action, a 10-minute walk, a glass of water, a kind word, a page of wisdom, a quiet moment of gratitude. The scale doesn't move much yet. But day after day, you return, drop by drop. Your actions become a rhythm, and slowly, almost imperceptibly, the scale begins to shift. You don't see it at first, but something within you is aligning. A subtle tipping is underway. Time becomes your ally, a silent partner amplifying every small step you take. Feel the power of that. Each drop matters. Each drop adds weight to the life you are creating. You are showing up gently, faithfully, consistently, drop by steady drop. Now breathe in deeply, and as you exhale, silently affirm, with each small daily action, I align with joy, with love, with peace. With each small daily action, I tip the scales in the direction of my dreams. Drop by drop, my life is transformed. You are tipping the scales right now. Let this knowing settle into the depths of your being. This moment is a drop. And then when you're ready, begin to bring gentle movement back into your body. Maybe wiggle your toes and fingers. And as you allow your eyes to gently open, bring that feeling back with you, that sense of purpose, of joy, of alignment. And when it feels right, allow your eyes to gently open. Thank you.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that sang and lifted me. I once was lost, but now I'm found, was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to love, and love my fear released. How precious did that grace appear the hour I first believed. The earth shall soon dissolve like snow. The sun forbear to shine. My God who called me here below will be forever mine. Will be forever mine. You are forever mine.
Let's hear it one more time for our singers. Beautiful job as always. Something sitting on my heart right now, my favorite thing to talk about is like discipline. I don't know why. I actually spent the last year weekly seeing a therapist about discipline. A couple years back, I used to go to the gym maybe like twice a day. And I was like, oh yeah, I identify with this is who I am, I exercise a lot. And then I moved into my own place, and that didn't happen anymore. Things needed to be done. I moved a little bit further from the gym, so these things were just coming up that were just, being a thorn in my side to getting there. In that year that I've spent with my therapist, I have learned that discipline is multifaceted. It is seen as something that's commonly only outcome-oriented, but it is marrying the process. And what's included with that process is things that you don't really think of when you think of discipline. It's reflection of your true values. It's forgiveness. It's acknowledgement, and it's self-compassion for those days that come in between where you need these things that no one else can give you when you're on your own journey. Beating myself up in the process didn't make me any closer to my goals. It actually created a very negative relationship with myself. But I realized that giving myself that self-compassion didn't necessarily cause me to not add that drop, because those drops look a bit different every once in a while. For example, if I couldn't wake up early enough for the gym anymore, there were certain things that I can do to make it a little bit more automatic. If I was clicking snooze, I could put my phone in another room so I could take a walk somewhere else to wake up a little bit. I'm learning how to make these things that I'm trying to develop a little bit more applicable, friendly, and if I click that snooze button, it's a little bit of feedback so that I could make these drops a little bit easier, If you're working on something that's very difficult, just know that you are changing those wrinkles in your brain right now. It's not like, oh yeah, I just am not a good person because I didn't do what I said I was gonna do. It's hard work. So if you're trying to do something new, give yourself a little compassion, a little forgiveness. As long as you are contributing to it in some way, shape, or form, or can see how this rest can contribute to it, use it as a sign of maturity as you navigate your new habit, your new goal. So I just wanted to share that with you all. You all deserve your own self-compassion. Okay, so Unity of San Antonio, I'm on the wrong page. Am I on the right page yet? All right, yeah, Unity of San Antonio thrives because of you. No, I'm on the wrong spot again. One moment, guys, one moment. Thank you, Nina. That's my cue there. I gotta say thank you. Thank you, Nina. This came over my heart and took me out of my place for a second, but I appreciate you giving me something to think about. But I was in the right place, I just second-guessed myself. Unity of San Antonio thrives because of you. If you would like to make a donation today in support of your spiritual community, giving options will appear on the screen behind me. All right, cool. We are in the right place. If you would like information about Unity of San Antonio's program of regular or recurring giving, please email or call Kelly in the administrative office with our thanks. As always, thank you for your generosity however you choose to give, for it is together that we co-create this community. Ernest Holmes wrote, "We have within us a power that is greater than anything we shall ever contact in the outer, a power that can overcome every obstacle in our life and set us safe, satisfied, and at peace, healed and prosperous, in a new light and in a new life. Let us acknowledge our abundance and bless our offerings together by saying together, I am divine abundance, brimming with possibilities. I activate the flow of prosperity in my life with my gifts of time, talent, and treasure." And so it is. I don't know about you guys, but they've been making me do that like stank face every day when you hear something you really like and you're just like, Great job, guys. Great job. All right. If this is your first time here, would you please and thank you raise your hand so that we can acknowledge you? All right. And if this is your second or third time here, will you raise your hand so that we can celebrate your return? All right. Welcome, 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 welcome. We're so glad that you're here with us today. In the seat pocket in front of you, you're going to find a black envelope. It looks just like that with the words, "This is for you." If you'd like to be kept informed about all of our community events, please fill out the welcome form that you'll find inside and hand it to an usher on your way out. We typically only send one e-blast a month, sometimes two, which is pretty rare. I'm subscribed. And we absolutely will never share your email address with anybody. And if this is your first time, please get your free copy of the Daily Word from one of our ushers on your way out. The Daily Word is a Unity booklet that offers inspiration and practical teachings through daily affirmative messages. This is our way of saying, thanks for checking us out. Really happy to see everyone return. I see a lot of familiar faces, and it brings a lot of joy to see you all, so thank you. Especially those who, put yourselves out there, raising your hand if it's your first, second, third time. It means a lot to us, so thank you. In closing of today's service, please join us in saying our community blessing and prayer for protection, followed by a closing prayer and song. Please stand if you're able, and let's say this together. All right. Beloved friends, I see your divine light. I see your open heart. I see your life transforming. I celebrate your divine identity as you radiate your light in the world. And our prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Beautiful.
But there we go. So, As we close our time together, if you would, just one more time, allow your eyes to gently close. And let us together breathe in the power and strength of divine love and wisdom, and let it light up every particle of your being. And then as you exhale, imagine that love and that wisdom radiating out all around you, into the world, into this room, into our community at large, so that you are a radiating center of love and wisdom. And then if there's anyone that you know that could benefit from this high vibration, or any situation in the world or in your life that you know that could benefit from this high vibration, I invite you to invite it into this energy field. And then if you would, place your attention on your feet and let that contact of your feet with the floor serve as a symbol for the firm ground of knowing our oneness with all of life. And whatever gift that you have received from being in this community this morning, even if you don't yet know what it might be, I invite you to give it space. Allow it to take root in you. And give yourself full permission to really feel, experience your divine inheritance as beauty, as love, as wisdom, as intelligence, as peace, as harmony, as the light of the world. This is our time. We're here now because we are the ones. And so I invite you to carry that light that you are out into the world and let yourself shine. Be your full, magnificent self. Because you matter. You make a difference. So let's let it be one of love, shall we? And yes, and so it is. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Reverend Nina. Before we close today, I just want to say a quick thank you to everybody who helps put our Sundays together. We have our youth ministry and our hospitality team just across the parking lot. We have our AV team and our ushers and prayer chaplains in the back. Thank you, Carol, for being our social media host today. Thank you, Sienna, for a wonderful job as always and sharing a little bit of your heart with us this morning. Thank you very much. Thank you to our band and our singers. But thank you to each one of you for sharing your time and your energy and your beautiful smiles with us today. I know most of you don't get the view that we get from up here, but it's gorgeous. And it's so nice to see all of your faces. And thank you so much for being here.
Blessed always, blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen. Blessed always, blessed always. Blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen. Blessed always, let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and love you. Have a great week.